I didn't really have any resolutions, but I did think I'd read more, and I've read nothing.
You know how you fix that?
How?
Read.
That's good advice.
Just do it. There's technically over three full cupboards of books here. How many of them do you think you've read?
One of them. There's basically more books here than I have time left on this planet. But,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
But just keep them entertained while I work out what this is.
Okay, how have you been? We never talk about you.
Me?
No, a big person
I
listening.
don't think they're gonna...
I know you can't reply, but have you had a nice day? Hope you've had a nice day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, thanks for calling the Arthur Cares hotline. If you heard me on Radio 4 fixing my dad's problems, and you want me to fix yours, leave a message after the roar.
Hello, Arthur. My name is Joseph Mount, and I'm a musician. And I'm just calling you because I have a minor problem that I hope you can help with. It's something that's bothered me for quite a long time, and it's that when I go to an art gallery or a museum, I don't really know how long I should stand in front of something and look at it before I'm allowed to move on. Depending on who I'm with, quite often I'm quicker to leave than most people. I'll have a little look at something like the Gioconde, the Mona Lisa, and I'll maybe give it 10 seconds and walk off. And then I'll sit down and have to wait for whoever else I'm with to finish looking at it. I'd appreciate your help on that matter, Arthur. Thank you very much.
That's so exciting. I can't believe, it's Joe's part of Metronomy, which is my favourite band, so it's a very exciting one. Yeah, I can relate to that problem.
Yeah?
Albeit like an art gallery or a museum, and with like someone else. And I'll look at something and I'll really like it, but then I'll move on.
And you think that you were meant to stand there?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing something right sometimes.
I mean, I think everybody feels it, really. If you spend more time with something, what you see can change, how you feel can change, and often we don't give ourselves that much time. You're yawning.
No, not in an offensive way.
It's 5 o'clock, mate. We got up at 10.
I think what would be good with this one is, get a few different opinions on this. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. It's great to meet you, Arthur.
Yeah, great to meet you too.
My name's Jennifer Higgy, and I write about art, and I also have a podcast about women in art called Bow Down.
I have a problem to solve, and...
You get up and we get down.
Do you think we spend long enough looking at art?
No, I don't. And I think one of the wonderful things about looking at art is that it slows you down. Just look at one picture rather than trying to race through the galleries and look at hundreds of pictures. Just go and look at one or two and really look at them properly. Because a lot of paintings, especially in the more olden days, people spent months, even years on paintings. And if we treat them like a quick Instagram, we're going to miss so much.
So what is the longest you have ever spent looking at a piece of art?
In terms of a painting, I remember going to an incredible museum in Vienna called the Kunsthistorisches Museum to see a Vermeer painting called The Art of Painting. And I sat on a little red stool in a beautiful gallery with no one else around, and I gazed at it probably for about an hour, and I learned so much about that picture. But some pieces of art are films, and films tend to make you sit in the gallery until they've actually finished. So I have watched video art for a long time. For example, there's an artist called Christian Marclay, and he did an amazing work called The Clock, where he just took excerpts from every film he could find that had a clock in them. And he literally created a 24-hour clock from these clips. And I did sit in the gallery for quite a few hours watching these because it was absolutely hypnotic.
You're spending time being entertained, but at the same time, you're always conscious of the time that you've just spent watching this thing.
I began to research how we look at art. Jennifer Higgy told me about the artist Christian Marclay. He created a film called The Clock that mixed together thousands of fragments of watches, timepieces, and people reflecting on the passage of time.
That tension colors the way you experience the clock. This anxiety over time is a universal one. You know, this piece is very much about the time passing, about mortality.
This gave me an idea. Imagine if we had our own way of controlling time. A guide that helps decide how long you should look at a piece of art. Make a list of like 1 to 10 on how much you like the painting.
It's like a top trumps
like a total.
painting.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going at?
Well, kind of. Well, just like if you like it, rough go, 5 seconds.
I have a picture.
But that's the one you're meant to spend longer
No,
on.
I know. Yeah, I was just imagining.
It's not about liking it, it's about trying to appreciate it, right? Potentially you need to spend more time on something that you don't like, because if you instantly like something, you can go, I like that, and then you can move on. It's the ones where you don't like them, and then you have to work out why you don't like them.
Tattered and torn. We fuss and we fight and delight in the tears that we cry until dawn. Oh, hold me now.
I wanted to find out more about why Joe finds it hard to look at art. But first, a crucial question.
So my favourite Jurassic Park film probably be the original. That first Jurassic Park film was very significant in my youth, and I remember watching it at the cinema with my mum, and then for days having just nightmares about T-Rexes being outside my bedroom window at eye level for them. I grew up in the southwest of England, in Devon. Both my parents are sort of involved in visual art. You know, my mum's a photographer and my dad is sort of involved in graphic design. So I was brought up looking at things and looking at pictures, and I just worry that I'm a bit dismissive of a lot of what I see, or I worry that I can't engage with it in the way that some people can. And so I'll look at abstract paintings and I know that it's supposed to make me feel something, and quite often I just don't really feel anything, and that's what worries me, is that there's some deficiency in my art receptors. So the highlight of my year has been I made a fence, proper agricultural fence, because we've got quite a big field where we live, so I learned how to build fences. That was a highlight. I've also spent a lot of time with my family, which I haven't done for all the years I've been touring. But so that was also a highlight. Many highlights, but probably my biggest highlight was learning how to build a proper agricultural fence.
Basically, I think like we need to train in the art of learning how to look, almost like a detective would, looking for clues, the context.
What you're looking for.
Yeah, and then it's like a big puzzle. And in the journey, after the end of it, it's all a journey. You find what it means to you. So, Joe writes songs.
Yeah.
He makes art. So maybe... Like, what's your favourite Metronomy song?
Probably The Look.
So you're going to use the lessons learned, which was firstly...
You're up, you'll get down.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. You told us that you've been making a fence. That sounds really cool. How long did it take you to make it?
I'm glad you think it sounds cool. In all, the process took about 2 months of lockdown.
Wow, that sounds great. So you also told us how you came up with the band name.
The idea for Metronomy was that I thought it was a cross between the word metronome and astronomy, and it was supposed to be like
So I found a piece of art for you.
Oh, wow.
One of the things I've learnt when researching a problem is that we need to slow down, remain curious and question our motives. Can you have a look at your phone or your computer? We're going to send a link to a piece of art.
Oh, yeah. Okay, a text message.
So it's by an artist called Via Selmans, and it's called Night Sky number 19, I think.
Yes, that's what I can see, yeah.
So my favourite song is The Look. We're going to look at this piece of art for 4 minutes and 37 seconds, which just happens to be the duration of the song, The Look. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
I'm going to zoom in a bit on it.
That's a good idea.
Should I read about it as well or not? I'll just look at it, okay? I'll just look. See, I'm already getting fidgety. Are you looking at it as well, Arthur?
No, I am.
You're not just texting on your phone, are you? Do you like it? Do you like this picture?
Yeah, I think it's quite nice. I found it quite surprising when I noticed it was charcoal. So, the time is up. So how was that for you?
You know, I suppose in this situation, looking at a computer, it's not the best way, but it was absolutely fine, you know? And I see the point that you're maybe trying to make, which is that, yeah, I expect people to listen to my music for 4 minutes. I should afford them the same courtesy. So I get it, Arthur.
It makes me seem like I'm trying to be mean, but...
No, I know you're not. No.
So, the final thing I'd like you to do is one night soon, go outside with a blanket near the fence that you built and lie down and look up the sky when the stars are out and just notice the details, because, you know, everything is kind of there for a reason.
That sounds very nice.
And just to slow down.
Is that what you think? I'm moving too fast.
From what I've learnt from this, it seems that everyone is looking at things too quickly now, and I think the key to this problem is just to slow down and just notice things that you wouldn't previously about your work.
I have to say, there's something quite funny about this. I'm sitting here at the computer looking at a picture of sort of infinite space. It has the voice of a young man, and it's telling me to slow down. So thank you, the abyss. Thank you, infinite space. I will take your words to heart.
No problem. That's going to be my new nickname, Infinite Space.
It's a great name.
Well, I hope it was helpful.